Good morning, good afternoon, good night, Pedro Santiago. Back at you. You get the hoodie, Pedro, today. Today's Sunday. It's 8 o'clock in the morning. Let's talk about DoorDash and taxes for a minute. I am not a tax professional, expert. I know very, very little. But today, I want to challenge you and tell you what works for me and how I'm getting ready and being prepared for when tax season comes and I get my information from Uber and DoorDash, how I'm going to be prepared so that I can I can stress less and not worry about it, so I can continue to do the other things I got going on and tax season isn't a burden for me. Okay, so first, a little back history. I started January 4th full-time gig work. Okay, I haven't done any W-2 work at all this year at all. It'll be the first year. No, actually, the second year I've done that. One year I did some independent contracting. I had like a little business. We did like restaurant consulting. I did it for a year, so that was different. But that was completely different than this. I've always had W-2 to where my company or companies I work for took my taxes out, my Social Security, and it was very easy. They took my state taxes out. I had to pay city taxes. They took my city taxes out for me. And it was extremely easy. I didn't have to worry about anything. I got a W-2 sometime usually the first week of February. I went online. I think I used TurboTax or something, or Free Tax USA. I input my information. Easy peasy. This year, doing gig work, I knew that was not going to be the case. I was a little nervous. And I thought, what am I going to do? This is what I did starting of February this year. So before we get into that, a lot of people, when we think about taxes for gig work, we think, okay, miles. I know I get a mileage credit. I think it's 56 cents. I know, there's a lot of questions. Oh, do I get to write off my phone? Do I get to write off my gas, all my gas? Do I get to write off car repairs, tires? I just put a new transmission. You don't get to write off all that stuff. Okay, what the IRS will do is there's a standard deduction you can take. You don't even have to track your miles. You can take that standard deduction. Or you can track your miles. Some car repairs you can get credit for, things like that. Okay, what I suggest is you got to get a tax professional to do this stuff so you can get all of the benefits. Okay, if you're getting tax advice from somebody on YouTube that isn't a tax professional, you're doing it wrong. So let's get back to the topic. February 1st, I said, okay, I saw this savings challenge. I can't even remember where I saw it from. I don't know if I imagined it, if I saw it somewhere. I think I saw it somewhere. It was like one of those, how to save money this year, in beginning of the year kind of videos, maybe something like that. And this is what I do, and I do it every day. And if I forget a day, I just do it the next day, but it's actually really easy, okay? So I have checkings account, savings account, like most of us should have. I have the app that I use that I can track my checkings account and my, what's coming in, what's going on. I can check it every day. I can check it anytime. It's really easy. Open up, I had a savings account. So what I do is I have a separate savings account for my savings at what I consider gig savings or gig tax savings. So starting February 1st, I look at the calendar at the end of every day. Okay, look at the calendar. All right, today's the 1st, February 1st as an example, okay? It's February 1. So I go into my checkings account, click. I'm going to hit the transfer funds or however it looks for you. And I click savings. So I'm going to take checkings. This amount's going into my savings or whatever account you call it. And then the amount. The amount that I put in from my checkings into my savings is the date on the calendar. So February 1st, I put $1 checkings to savings. The next day, the last thing I do every day before I go to sleep, I'm in bed on my phone figuring out my next day. All right, it's February 2nd. Checkings into savings, $2. February 3rd, $3 checkings into savings. So right now, 3 days have gone by and I have 1 plus 2 is 3, plus 3, I have $6, right? 1 plus 2 is 3, 3 plus 3 is 6. So it's February 3rd now, I have $6. The next day, $4 goes in. The next day, $5. And you do this for the entire month. You don't need cash. You don't need to go to an ATM, pull cash out, put it here, put it there, put it under your mattress, put it in a jar, put it in an envelope, put it in your top dresser drawer. It's all electronic. And if you have a savings account like me, you actually will get a little bit of money back, like interest or whatever. Not a lot, but a little bit. I do that, and my calculations was I should have about $5,000 at the end of the year. Now, not everybody can save maybe that amount. Maybe you can save more. Maybe you could double it. Maybe you can save less. Maybe instead of $1, you do 50 cents. So on the first of the month, it's 50 cents. The second of the month, it's $1, so on and so forth. You see what I'm saying? That's what I did. And I did that because I knew I didn't want to have to guess on my taxes. I didn't want to not get all my deductions. I didn't want to maybe be audited because, the IRS sees, oh, now I'm doing this gig work. What's really going on here? Is this accurate? I'm going to pay a licensed professional set amount of dollars, whether it's $300, maybe it's $500. I've gotten different quotes. I'm going to hand them my information. I do use apps. You can use QuickBooks to log certain things. Some of you might have that. You can use Stride to track your miles. You can keep receipts for car repairs, certain expenses that I do have a second phone. I'll be able to write that off. I have a second phone that I use exclusively for dashing and other work-related things. I'll be able to save a little bit of money there. You can use QuickBooks to track those kind of receipts, but I would literally give this tax professional, this is my information. This is how much I made. You're going to get forms from Uber, Lyft, DoorDash, Postmates, Grubhub, Roadie, Shipped, whatever, right? Dumpling. You're going to get these forms. They're going to send them to you electronically or in the mail, okay? And pretty soon they're going to ask you, how do you want to receive these forms? That's going to come in the next couple of months here. And I'm going to pay somebody to do that. And this is why. I don't want to worry about it. I'm going to play a professional. And I might be able to do this on my own. But I'm busy. We're busy. You're busy. If you're doing, a lot of you guys are part-time. You got another job. Maybe you feel comfortable doing your own taxes. Look up the information's on the IRS website. I'm not going to be cute and tell you and give you these tips and tricks. I'm going to share with you what I did and why I did it and why I think it makes sense. Pay somebody to do that. Or if you don't want to pay somebody, look it up and you can figure it out. But you have to have a nest egg because we're not putting in. When DoorDash pays me $1,000, they're going to pay me this week. They're not taking taxes out. Okay? So I have to be prepared to either pay some or pay a little bit or pay a lot based on what the research I've done and the people I've talked to. My taxes isn't going to be, I'm going to get some good deductions and that's fine. But you got to set yourself up because there is going to be a bill at the end of that year. Now, you don't got to pay January 1st. You got till April like anybody else. So you got time. But you got to put money to the side every single day. Don't say you're going to do it. Oh, I'm going to do it when I get paid. So I get paid from DoorDash on Tuesday or Wednesday, and then you'll forget. You have to make it a routine every day. And it's easy. And I'm somebody that, tends to procrastinate. But I just made it a habit. All right, I can, every day I'm in my bed and I put my phone at the dresser and we all do that, right? I don't know. Tell me in the comments right now if you don't have your phone by you when you sleep. I question to think you probably do. Okay? So the last thing you're doing, you're setting your alarm, boom, boom, boom. It takes 5 seconds. Boom, $1 into the checking. All right, today's the 12th. So tonight I'm going to put $12 from checkings into savings. And maybe that amount doesn't work for you. Maybe it's more, maybe it's less. But every day, do it. Every day. And at the end of the year, I can go to my tax professional. Maybe you use H&R Block. Maybe you use this. Maybe you use a family friend that can prepare these for you because we have unique situations, right? I got money to pay that person, And then if he says, you know what, you made this amount of money. You made $60,000 doing gig work. You made some money on YouTube. I got to figure that out too, right? When YouTube pays me, they don't do the taxes. They just pay me every 21st of the month. So I'm going to have that money on the side that I can say, all right, I don't feel like I'm hit. I don't even look, I look at it, but I don't use it. It's not part of my everyday. All right, how much do I owe them? All right, let's figure this out. Okay? That's what I'm going to do. That's my advice. You make it your own, but my main thing I want you to take from this is, listen, we get stuck in the grind of every single day. We're worrying about our gas. Well, we got some bill every day, right? We use gas every day. Most people don't have that charge that we have, that expense. Maybe we had to get new tires this year. I had to get some tires this year, and I had to get brake work done 3 times. Really, only 2. One of them was free. That was it. I got my oil changes. Obviously, that's regular, but I haven't. There's no other expenses I've incurred as far as the car goes that have been major. I've been really lucky. But you got to listen to your car. And anyway, another video. But you got to prepare. Don't wait for that W-2 form to say, oh, you made $10,000 this year doing gig work. Or you did it part-time. You made $1,000. You did it full-time. You made $45,000. You did it a lot. You made $80,000 this year. You owe us, boom, this amount. And you're like, oh, I'm not ready for that. You got to be ready. You got to be ready. Plus, we should be saving money anyway, right? We should be. We don't have 401ks. We don't have profit sharing. We don't have paid time off. Like, you should be setting money to the side. This should be part of your business model as a gig economy worker. You should be planning for that future, working towards something. Get, whatever that means for you personally. All right. So I said I was going to give some tax videos. And there's plenty of YouTube videos on taxes and gig work. There's other gig creators that have done it. I didn't want to get cute on here and make something that wasn't real. This is what I'm doing. I am literally just saving money. I'm going to pay somebody to do my taxes. Very simple. But it starts with you figuring out how much you can put to the side, figuring out roughly you should know how much you're going to make this year. You should know that already. Before the W-2 form or before the tax earnings come in from the gig apps, you should know within $1,000 or a couple $100 exactly how much you've made this year so far. It should not be a surprise to you. You should probably do some quick division and figure out exactly how much those taxes should cost you. So just prepare yourself. You just have to prepare. It's very simple. Taxes are a scary thing. They're scary. I got audited once, 7 years ago. I had to give them 4 years of taxes, something like that. It wasn't fun. It wasn't great. Prepare yourself. Pay somebody to do them. That's just as simple as I can be for you guys. Okay? And today is football Sunday. Go Bears. I am from Chicago. Big Bears fan. That's Walter Payton. I'm going to watch some football, spend time with my family today. You guys are fantastic. We're going to be going live tonight still, 9 o'clock. You guys like it, I'm going to do that for y'all because I enjoy it as well. So, bet on you, sickos, one day at a time. See you guys tomorrow.